The U.S. is dangerously close because of Donald J. Trump and Elon Musk to losing democracy even before we get to the inauguration in this breaking story. You have private business, billions of dollars, and decisions made, influence made under the concept of what Citizens United is and what it has allowed Elon Musk to do to President-elect Trump and our democracy. Let me just give you a quick reminder. I'm going to show you the breaking story in just a few seconds. Let me give you a quick reminder of what Rachel Maddow has been screaming for weeks now regarding this dangerous person who has massive influence over Trump. Take a listen.
The Trump transition has been a 20-car pileup, made Trump look not just error-prone and easily confused, but also weak. The whole drama over whether or not to shut down the government, you'll remember, was not started by Trump. It was started by eccentric right-wing billionaire Elon Musk, who posted online over 150 times about the funding bill to keep the government running, stating lots of things about it that were definitely not true, insisting in increasingly vociferous terms that Republicans needed to tank that bill and not fund the government and shut everything down. It was only after Musk had gotten the ball rolling that Trump eventually joined in. Once Trump got involved, he did start making demands from the Republican-controlled Congress, telling them what he wanted from them. What did he want them to give him? He wanted a very specific thing that he asked for explicitly. He wanted the Republican-controlled Congress to abolish the debt ceiling. Don't worry, though. You don't have to bother reminding yourself what the debt ceiling is because they didn't do it. Trump wanted it, he demanded it, but he didn't get it. They didn't make any change around the debt ceiling, even though that's what Trump was demanding, which makes him look, again, error-prone, easily confused, and weak. It particularly makes him look weak compared to Elon Musk, because what did result from the standoff that nearly shut down the government this weekend, what actually did change, is not what would have benefited Trump, is not what Trump asked for. It's not the debt ceiling thing. Instead, it's what would have benefited Elon Musk. The Defense Department and NASA are going to need a new arrangement for all their rockets and for all the multi-billion-dollar contracts Elon Musk's companies have with the U.S. government. The U.S. government is going to have to either, unwind from all of those contracts, or Elon Musk's companies are going to have to unwind from him. This is an untenable reality in national security terms. Because what they did remove from the government funding bill was a provision that would have screened and regulated U.S. investments in China. And those new rules could have interfered with Musk's reported plans to build yet another massive manufacturing plant in China.
We can sit around all day long and argue about too many regulations in general, but there's a lot of specificity in regulations that exist to save lives. And in this breaking story, it is unbelievable what just happened and what Trump might try to do based on his bromance bestie, Elon Musk. Take a listen.
Last week, we talked about a government rule that requires a car company to report whenever a car gets into a crash while it is in self-driving mode. Crashes like this one on Thanksgiving Day in 2022, when a Tesla in San Francisco that was in full self-driving mode inexplicably stopped on the highway and caused an 8-car pileup. Thanks to this rule that you have to report it when a self-driving car crashes, Tesla had to report that crash to the government. Now that the CEO of Tesla is a kind of a co-president-elect, though, Reuters is reporting this, quote, Trump team wants to scrap car crash reporting rule that Tesla opposes. For the low price of financing one presidential election, Tesla may have bought itself a U.S. government that, among other things, no longer requires Tesla to report when its self-driving software causes wrecks and hurts and kills people. But Tesla's interests aren't just in the United States. Arguably, Tesla is more a Chinese car company than it is an American car company. The biggest Tesla factory, the factory that makes more of its cars than any other plant, the single factory which makes roughly half the cars it makes globally, is a huge one in Shanghai. And Tesla right now is trying to get approval from the Chinese government to operate its self-driving car technology in that country as well. Tesla's CEO, Elon Musk, really wants to keep the Chinese government happy. And he really wants to build yet more factories in China. He's really invested in having Chinese workers manufacturing his cars. Right down the street from his huge Shanghai Tesla factory that he's already got up and running, Musk is building another huge $200 million Tesla battery factory. Again, to employ Chinese workers. While Donald Trump appears to have not gotten what he wanted out of the near government shutdown this weekend, Elon Musk does appear to have successfully maneuvered Republicans in Congress into cutting out of the government funding bill a provision that would have thrown regulatory roadblocks in the way of his continued massive investment in Chinese manufacturing for his car company. We reached out for comment. We have not heard back. We'll let you know if we do.
It's beginning to look a lot like autocracy. Yeah, that. Folks, we're not even talking about 60 days. Not even 60 days. From November to late December, where something happens that is a severe and important auto manufacturer regulation, and oh, poor Elon has an incident that harms people and goes, oh, well, we just need to get rid of that thing there. And Trump is pondering what I like to call the Eddie Murphy response of, okay. That's where we're at, folks. That is how close. This is the problem with people who have voted for Trump because they think he's a businessman. Understand that in this country, there is a massive gap between what you are responsible for and how you have to conduct yourself in private business versus decisions that affect 330 million people. There's a reason why we have three branches of government, and there's a reason why they're not supposed to be bought and paid for. And we are literally watching it happen, and we're not even to the new year yet. Folks, please get more and more people to focus, pay attention, and stay frosty.